You've been lied to about self-worth your whole life. And the worst part, you probably didn't even notice. You were too busy trying to earn something that was already yours. Because here's what no one tells you. Self-worth doesn't come from what you do. It comes from who you are and who you believe yourself to be. Hi, I'm Steph, founder of The Empowered Mother, and this video is for every woman who's ever looked in the mirror and whispered, I should be more, I should be doing more, I should have figured it out by now. If you've ever tied your worth to how much you get done in a day, if your to-do list feels more like a scorecard measuring how good of a mother or woman you are, this right here is your moment to stop. Today, I want to talk about the truth behind self-worth and why the path we've been taught, the one paved with hustle, productivity, perfectionism, and performance, this path doesn't lead you home. It leads you to burnout. Let me take you back to when this truth landed for me. It was a random Tuesday. I was standing in the kitchen in my pajamas, dishes everywhere, cold coffee in one hand, screaming toddler, wanting 100 cuddles and couldn't get anything done. The other two boys were bickering in the next room and it felt like everything was loud, everything was messy, and all I could think was, I can't do this anymore. But what I really meant was, I can't keep pretending I'm okay. It wasn't just the mess or the noise or the bone deep exhaustion. It was the invisible pressure I was carrying. The story that I had been living with for years, that I had to do everything perfectly, that my needs were always last, that asking for help meant I was failing, that my worth was measured by how useful I was to someone else. And when I didn't meet those impossible standards, I didn't just feel tired, I just felt like I was disappearing. This is the lie of modern womanhood, especially of motherhood. We've been sold a version of self-worth that's conditional, that's performative, that's exhausting. We've internalized a belief system that says you are only as valuable as what you produce. So we overfunction, we overcompensate, we overthink, we overgive, and we overdo everything. And underneath it all, we start to believe that we are not enough. But here's the truth that cracked my heart wide open. Self-worth isn't something you earn. It's something you remember. You didn't come into this world thinking you were broken. You didn't pop out of the womb worrying about whether you were too loud, too soft, too sensitive, or too much. That was taught. It was conditioned, layered on slowly, one subtle message at a time. It came from culture, from family, from school, from 1,000 tiny ways you were told to shrink, to please, to perform. But what if you could unlearn all of that? What if you could wake up before the chaos starts and feel worthy before you even brush your teeth? Let's dismantle a few things right here. Self-worth is not your job title, the number on the scale, how clean your kitchen is, whether your child eats organic kale or frozen nuggets, whether you're thriving or barely surviving. And it's definitely not how productive you are. Self-worth is a knowing, a groundedness, a returning to the truth of who you are. It's a relationship with yourself built on compassion, not criticism. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. That knowing takes work. Not hustle, not fixing, but sacred, quiet identity work. Let's go deeper. Self-worth is identity work. You can't feel worthy if your identity is built around self-abandonment. If every time you slip up or struggle, you say, I'm hopeless, I'm lazy, I never get it right, your nervous system starts to believe you, And when your nervous system believes something, your identity follows. But when you begin to reframe those beliefs into something softer, something truer, like I'm learning to meet myself with grace. I'm the kind of woman who holds space for herself. I'm becoming someone who listens to her needs first. Your whole reality begins to shift. You're no longer chasing worth, you're embodying it. Let me be crystal clear. This is not about toxic positivity. It's not just about just love yourself while your nervous system is in meltdown mode and the toddler's drawing on the walls. It's not about manifesting your dream life by ignoring the reality of your exhaustion. This is about reclaiming your baseline, about choosing to pause instead of push, choosing to breathe instead of blame, choosing to see yourself not as a project to fix, but a soul to honor. Because you are worthy even when you're not doing. You are enough even when the laundry is piled on the couch. Even if the only thing you accomplished today was keeping a tiny human alive and remembering to eat something. And this is where ritual saved me. I didn't need another morning routine with 47 steps. I didn't need to optimize my life or add more to my plate. What I needed was a sacred pause, something to interrupt the autopilot, something small but powerful, something that helped me remember who I was when I felt most lost. So I created it. I call it the Worthy Woman Ritual. It's a 5-minute sacred pause that you can do anywhere, anytime. And it's as simple as light a candle, take 3 deep breaths, put your hand on your heart, say to yourself, I am here, I still matter, I don't need to earn this. That's it. Simple, soft, sacred. A return to self-worth that doesn't cost on energy, it restores it. But I want to create your own ritual that works for you, and there's a few steps we can go through to help you create a ritual that will work for you every single time. If your heart is nodding, if your body feels like it's exhaling, that's your signal. You don't need to fix your whole life today. You don't need to be more productive. You just need one moment, one breath, one ritual. So start here. Download the Worthy Woman Ritual. It's completely free. And if you're ready to go deeper, not into perfection, but into your power, check out the 5-day self-worth reset. It's a beautiful guided journey back to the woman underneath the burnt out, back to the one who never needed to prove her worth in the first place. Both links are below this video. What happens when you start to feel worthy? Here's what I wish someone had told me years ago. When you start to feel worthy, you stop apologizing for your needs. You stop tolerating disrespect. You stop hiding behind busyness. You stop choosing crumbs and calling it a feast. You start choosing rest, not as a luxury, but as a birthright. You start hearing your intuition again. You start trusting your timing, and you begin to build a life that feels like yours. Self-worth is the foundation of every other transformation, because you won't create lasting change from a place of self-rejection, but from a place of self-honoring. You become unstoppable. So if no one has told you this before, let me be the first. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're just disconnected. And that's not your fault. But reconnecting, that's your responsibility now. Not for your kids, not for your partner, not even for your future self, but for you right now. Because the version of you that feels calm, confident, and connected, she already exists. She's already inside of you. She's just waiting to be remembered. If this video stirred something in you, please hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what belief about self-worth are you ready to unlearn? And don't forget, download your free Worthy Woman ritual, and also check out the 5-day self-worth reset if you're ready to rise. I'll see you in the next video. You've got this, beautiful, and I've got you.